Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Legends video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Zenkai for Dabura and comparing just how good his Zenkai is, talking about it, etc, etc. Now Dabura is a sparking Zenkai, so this immediately, I don't want to say limits him, but sparking Zenkais are a bit of a mixed bag. Basically they are either really useful or really average. And that's just how they tend to be. It's very difficult, I think, with the sparking Zenkais because, with the rarity scaling in Legends, to make a sparking Zenkai, really, really good and make him better than some Legends Limited, it makes things a little bit difficult. I do think Dabura does have some usefulness in actual PvP beyond the Z boost because he has some powerful effects like, paralyzation. So in terms of Dabura, his main ability has changed. He gets health and ki now back on his main ability, which is really important. He now also gets an increased paralysis chance on his next special arts move, and he nullifies enemy attribute upgrades and downgrades on himself. He also reduces substitution timer count, so basically a completely revamped main ability, which is super important. And likewise, all of his passives pretty much got revamped. His passives now give him damage reduction and damage inflicted and ki recovery, all of which he didn't have before, which is really, really, really important. In fact, the only thing that remains from his previous passive is obviously the ceiling. Everything else, like the ki restoration, the card drawing, is all brand new. The same with his second passive. He keeps that 40% against hybrid Saiyans, but now he gets a huge number of new effects. Nullification of enemy destroy card effects, ki reduction. He also basically gives himself, gives his team a whole bunch of substitution count reductions, which is very important. He then gets two new passives, as always, with units that receive their Zenkai. He restores his health by 10% now when changing cover, nullifies unfavorable element factors, and when he switches to standby, he restores his own health and ally ki, and also increases damage and ki recovery to allies, which honestly is actually really good stuff. The second passive that he now has can be used basically when an enemy activates an ultimate arts, awakened arts, or rising rush. Shortening of substitution counts, restoration of ally health, inflicting enemies with attribute downgrades, and then when he's defeated he restores ki, inflicts attribute downgrade, and basically seals a slot for the enemy as well. What I do like about Dabura a lot is that they have essentially given him a ton of utility. He's got a lot of healing, a lot of ki recovery buffs to team, substitution timer count buffs to team, lots of paralysis, lots of ki recovery, lots of just good stuff in general that a unit like him would want and need to kind of make himself a lot more relevant in the PvP scene. Even his green cards and things have changed. He now gains effects on his green cards based on the amount of times that the card has been activated. The first time it will give, damage inflicted, card art speed draw going up, damage inflicted in the second card, -5 to strike and blast arts cards, plus 30% to the next arts, damage inflicted, etc, etc, just good stuff. Even his blue card is now better as well. Basically he shortens his substitution count for allies and gives basically a big boost up. Remember, if you use the main ability card or his special card or his blue card after using his main ability, you do have the ability to, you do have a guaranteed stun, paralysis to the opposition. All in all, I think Dabura's Zenkai actually looks quite good. I wouldn't say he's going to be a mainstay in PvP, but I definitely think on the right teams, he really can be quite good in providing a really good stable foundation for the rest of the team. Lots of healing, lots of ki recovery, lots of paralysis, just good stuff in general that I think will make him really solid. Of course, you get his Zenkai the same way you get all the other Zenkais, through Zenkai Battle Rush, or just generally through some really, really strong presence that he has. I say presence, but through completing the missions for his Zenkai. So in general, just really, really simple stuff. Aside from that, honestly, he's pretty much really simple to get. You can Zenkai summon for him, or because he's a sparking unit, you can buy his booster if you want to, but I really wouldn't suggest doing so. All in all, he looks pretty good. Obviously, he boosts Blue and Martian Brew Saga. There are a ton of useful Blue and Martian Brew Saga units right now, so it is not a bad boost to have. There's the Blue Legends Limited Vegeta and Goku, the Blue Legends Limited Goku and Vegeta SS3, SS2 that just got a Zenkai. You have the Blue Kid Buu, and you have pretty much a whole bunch of really good units that you can just enjoy, basically having a really good time with. So yeah, I think his boost is good. I think he looks pretty solid. I think his Zenkai looks good. You could probably use him. I think he would work really well with the Kid Buu out of all of them. So yeah, good stuff.